I'm Jessica.
I'm Emmalynn.
And in today's video, we are going to be deciding our March TBR with a little help from the TBR jar.
We'll do 4 each of the prompts, and then there's some books that we just really want to read.
Yeah.
That are a need that we will still share.
Yeah. I feel like if I only read books that are picked by this, I'm not going to be as excited as if I have at least a few that I'm picking myself. So, okay. Let me mix it up for you because I really like doing this.
It's not like you haven't been doing this the last
know.
5 minutes. They're so squeaky.
My chair is squeaky.
Okay. Under 300 pages.
Oh, well that's... Actually, that might be kind of hard.
Yeah, because I've really been in a fantasy mood, and I don't know fantasy books that are under 300 pages.
Okay, also sidebar.
I'm in a powerless hangover, first of all. Carry on.
Sidebar, I kind of did something stupid. So, last weekend, my husband decided that he was going to start packing some of his things, and I felt peer pressured to do the same. So, he was
And
like...
what did I talk to you about?
He was like, why don't you just go ahead and pack up some of the books that you've already read, which... Okay, but I went ahead and packed some books that I didn't think I would be getting to before we moved. So
but you're a mood reader. That could change.
Now I'm like, should I have done that?
No, she shouldn't have.
But my husband was also like, what did you even pack? It doesn't look like you packed anything.
We don't even have that much.
Anyways, here we go. Hopefully I can find something with what I've got left. A book about books.
Oh. Does Divine
Actually,
Rivals count if they work
What
in
about
the...
a bookstore?
Yeah, but Divine Rivals, they work at a newspaper. Does that kind of count? It's literature based.
I don't know. I'll see what else.
I'll see what else I can find. Rivals.
I have a couple books about bookstores, so I feel like that would count.
A book that intimidates you.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I didn't pick that. There's so many books I have. Next, a Pretty Naked hardcover. Yes! Yes, this, oh my gosh, yes, this, I just got this book today.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That is perfect, and I really want to read it, and I can't wait to show you what it looks like, because it's so beautiful.
Okay, a 5-star prediction.
Ooh!
I just read it. I just read it. It was Powerless.
What about a book that I've rated 5 stars?
That could work.
Oh, I have an idea too. Okay, we'll convene and then see if it's a possibility. Oh God, this is gonna be hard. I feel like I've got this before. A book that starts with the first letter of your name. That's hard.
You just did that the last time we did this, so...
Okay, fine with me. A book that was released in 2023. Okay. I can work with that. Or should I make it 2024 since because you made this in 2023?
Yeah, it's okay. We're only a few months in,
okay, that's true.
That's kind of hard. We haven't bought many new releases, I feel like. A genre you don't typically read. I already know what I'm doing. Already. Just like that.
Oh, I know what you're going to pick too. What you got today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We went to 2 different libraries today. So... A book with yellow on the cover. Okay, I can work with that. Okay.
Okay.
These are actually really good ones, and I feel like
I'm not scared.
They go with things I already wanted to read. So
that's good.
Mm-hmm. I feel the favor.
We'll be back. Okay.
Okay, we're back.
We've returned.
We had a lot to think about.
I've been sitting here for like 15 minutes, actually.
Well, I was going back and forth a little bit, but okay. You go first.
Okay, first up for my 5-star prediction, 2 birds with 1 stone. Mother has been begging me to read this book.
I love it so much.
And she absolutely loved it, so...
And it's a little crispy now.
Yeah, it's okay. I think I will too. I've loved writing it.
It's really good. Anything by Courtney Walsh.
Yeah.
Perfection. I would read anything and everything by her. Auto by author. My first prompt, which was... I don't know if this is in the order that I drew them, but a book with yellow on the cover. Trust of the Emerald Sea. We got a little glare action because it's a library copy. But I've been wanting to read this. Like, everyone talked about this on their 2023 favorite books of the year, so I'm gonna do it. I really want to buy this, so I'm kind of sad that I'm reading it through the library, but it's okay. I'm thankful to have found it.
Okay, for a book that intimidates me, I have Mistborn. One of my friends got me this book for Christmas, and he's been, like, begging me to read it. So, I thought, what better time? Nothing like the present.
You sound thrilled.
I'm just, I'm scared.
But we've
read
the Rhythm of War. Like,
here's
it's
the
gonna
thing.
be easier than
Here's
that.
the thing. I just hear some people like one of the trilogies more than the other, and it's like kind of split. So I just hope that, honestly, I like this one more to like kickstart me into it.
Look. 2 Brandon Sanderson,
Oh,
1 video, 2 voices, 1 song.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. So I don't know. I'm just worried I'm worried my expectations are too high. Essentially. And there's so many characters in Way of Kings that you can't help but be attached. But this is like mainly 2 people.
Yeah.
So
if you don't like the 2 characters,
right.
then yeah.
It's, you know?
Okay, so this is the book I'm probably the most excited to read this month. I got this as an ARC a while ago, and I had it like on my TBR to read for the month of February because it came out in February. But then when I saw it, I was like, oh, I want it. And that is Robert Jackson Bennett's The Tainted Cup. I have not read any of his other series. I already forgot what it's called.
Well, I don't know.
The one we were talking about. Anyways, I have one of his other...
Boundary
Side, yes. I have that. I haven't got to it yet, but I've always been really intrigued to read his writing because Brandon Sanderson... Why is it so hard for me to say Brandon Sanderson? Brandon Sanderson actually wrote Goodreads reviews of his books. So I'm like, you're getting a shout out from him. Like, you have to be really good. But this is like really interesting, and I don't feel like anyone else has done this recently that I can think of, but this is a fantasy mystery, and it's kind of been like advertised as like Sherlock Holmes, Watson vibes, but the main character is a girl, and Reagan just read this in her reading vlog over the weekend and really liked it. So I'm really excited. I'm going on a trip this weekend, and I plan on like just flying through this on the plane. So, but like, look at the vines, you know? I had to get it for the vines.
And the vibes.
The vines and the vibes.
This book I have, I've never heard of this author, probably because it's a debut.
Could be why.
But I haven't like heard anyone talk about this book. I don't really know when it came out. I'm guessing this year. But this is The Antique Hunter's Guide to Murder. And if it's not like apparent in anything I post, I love antiques. Mm-hmm. I love vintage things. I love cheap things. I love things...
Inexpensive. Good deals.
Yes.
Not cheap.
I love thrifting things. And so naturally this caught my eye. So all I know is that our main girl is like told that there's some... I don't even know actually what's going on in this. Hold on.
Pause.
Because I thought she was the antique dealer, but it turns out that this guy asked her to investigate a case, and he's an antique dealer. So she's an antique hunter. I guess she buys the antiques and he deals them. This sounds like a drug thing. Whatever. Eventually, it turns out a few days later he dies. It's not a coincidence. He comes and asks her to solve this case, and then he dies himself. I don't know. But I just thought it was so cute because this author was an editor for her mom, like her whole adulthood career. And her mom writes like legitimate antiquing guides, like where to find antiques, what's good, what's not, kind of thing. And then here she is, her first novel is related to that. So
That's cute.
it's just kind of a funny thing to be like, oh, I got it. I'll write about an antique hunter being asked to investigate a murder by an antique dealer.
Yeah.
In the English countryside. Like, it sounds absolutely perfect, but also, like, where did this come from?
Yeah. Okay. For my, what is the next one? Oh, a book released in 2023. I got this from the library, Happiness Falls by Angie Kim. This is a, I feel like it would be described as like a literary mystery, but it's just about a father that goes missing, and for some reason his family waits like a few days before they report him missing. And so there's just like some, you know, is there a reason for that? Like, why did they do that? Were they just thinking he was somewhere else? But it's a lot to do with like their family's dynamics, their family's secrets, all of that kind of thing. And I think this was like a Goodreads choice nominee at least. So I've had this on my radar, and then when I saw it at the library, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get you.
Okay, my last one is a book that's a genre you don't typically read. And for this, I was just browsing today at the library, and I was like, ooh, it's pink. So I picked it up. And this is Glossier, which is a kind of, I don't know what you would describe it as, but it's the story of how, like, Glossier began, but it's not, like, written by the girl that started it. It's just about her.
It's a biography then.
Yeah, but, like, I don't know if it's just about her, like, about the brand and the marketing and that kind of thing, too. But I was just reading the inside, and it said that, like, the lady that started Glossier was an intern at the time, and that she stepped down after only 8 years of the company running. And so that initially is, like, what got me very interested, because, I mean, also I'm just curious if she's still involved, because, like, I haven't been able to tell, like, a shift in anything the company does. Mm-hmm. Like, there's been no, like, aesthetic change or anything. And also, I just, like, use their products on a daily basis. And, like, what made them good? Like, is it a placebo effect that it's just, like, really pretty packaging? Like, so many things. But also, the book is so pretty.
Yeah, that's cute.
And I was just like, oh, this would be a good, like, coffee table book. So I'll read it, and then maybe I'll buy it and give it to my fellow Glossiers. So we'll see. Hopefully I like it.
Okay, so for a book about books, I was torn between two. So my first option is Lost for Words by Stephanie Butland. This is about a girl who takes, or she works in a bookstore, and, like, I guess the people who visit her bookstore and who are customers bring along various mysteries, but it's also like someone is trying to dig up something from her past. And then my second option is Bookshop on the Shore by Jenny Colgan. I've had this forever. I've read other Jenny Colgan books, and I absolutely love them. I love the setting of all of her books. I think are in Scotland. They're very descriptive and just, like, atmospheric, and you can, I don't know, you just feel like you're there when you're reading her books. And I feel like her humor is just really enjoyable. So if this one is a little too heavy, then I'll maybe switch to this one, depending. I don't know. Okay.
The shoes are supposed to be here Thursday. They already shipped.
Oh my gosh, how exciting. Okay. So now on to the things that we're just picking for ourselves to read in the month of March.
Okay,
oh, wow,
first up, we'll start with the one we're both hoping to read, which is Shatter Me by
We have not read
Tahira Mafi.
We have not read anything by Tahira Mafi.
Yeah, which
and I really
embarrassing.
want to read what's the other one?
The Woven Kingdom or something
yeah,
like that.
the new book is so
They're all so
beautiful.
pretty, but I've been waiting for all of them to be in paperback because there's nothing worse than waiting, and so we're gonna start here.
Yep.
You know?
And we really want to make Ellie, Emmalyn's younger sister, my younger daughter read this with us. Like, we can never get her to read anything.
Comment. So, we've made some videos with her, so comment, read it, and we'll tell her.
Yeah, we'll
that
tell
she
her.
should be in the vlog with us.
Yeah.
It would be so fun.
Her commentary would be very interesting. She's very brutal.
Unkind.
Honest.
Entertaining.
We'll say honest. Yeah. So that would be a fun
10 out of 10.
Fun option.
So yeah, this is about, I'm sure you know, but our shoddy Juliet's touch is fatal. She's being
quirky,
used as
she's
a
different.
weapon. And you know, this is completely unrelated, but I was thinking about this the other day when I was reading Powers. Why is it always like that the girl is poor and the guy is the prince?
Yeah.
Like, not that I have any problem. Like, I'm not like, oh, so unfair. I don't care. Like, genuinely, it doesn't make a difference to me, the storyline. But, like, why isn't it ever, like, a peasant boy and, like, a snobby girl?
All I know,
just don't get it.
all I know is Aaron Warner. Like,
yeah, I just know
everyone
obsessed
talks
with him.
about him.
Am I gonna feel the same way? Am I gonna
this Aaron Warner man? Who is this boy?
Am I gonna like go for a side character?
Is he
golden
like
retriever?
the next Peter Millark?
Or is he like
Gale?
more like morally gray? I literally have no
like
idea.
a Hasbroker? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
How dare I even compare anyone
I
to him?
don't
I'm
know
sorry.
how you
I'm
did
sorry. Forgive me. I should.
Wow.
That was a
bold move.
Okay. So what about how many do you have? Okay, you go first.
Okay, next up we have Mademoiselle Chanel by C.W. Gordner. Never heard of this author. I saw this at a thrift store, got it for 50 cents. It would have been like a crime to leave her behind. Yeah. And all I know is that this is about Chanel. And then, like, from childhood to, like, in the 1920s when the Nazis invade Paris. The only thing I'm, like, scared of is I'm just going to avoid learning about her outside of this book at all costs because I don't want to, like, compare what's real and what's not. I'll stay in my Delulu state. I just know that she was an orphan. Mm-hmm. Her name is Gabrielle. She, like, becomes this
Wasn't
persona.
she raised at, like, a convent or something?
Yeah. And then she became, like, a seamstress during the day, a singer at night. She met, like, a wealthy man, and then that's how she was, like, introduced to the fashion society. Yeah. And, yeah, I don't know. I literally know nothing about her.
I'm sure it's going to be really interesting.
So, I'm sure it'll be, like, pretty accurate. But, oh.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, he's a fashion executive.
A lifelong admirer.
Is this his
That
only
is
book?
not who I thought would have wrote that book. Not
he has many historical novels.
Oh.
Here he is, everyone. Stop trying to steal his spotlight. Oh my gosh. Just look at him. Not what I was thinking.
He exudes.
You could say I'm sexist, but I don't know. He reminds me of Pablo in Princess Diaries. Is that what he's doing? Is it him?
Right.
Is that you, Pablo?
Oh my gosh, that is just wow. Okay.
That's so funny. I don't know why.
You do you,
sorry.
boo. Okay. On the same historical fiction bandwagon. Hang on, I can't see. Okay, this is Diva by Daisy Goodwin. I've read several other Daisy Goodwin books. I think I've read all of her other books, actually, except the one about Victoria, and I've loved them all. Her other ones are kind of more Regency era, so this one I think is set in... I don't even know. Does it say anywhere? The 1940s. Okay. Mm. So this follows, like, an upcoming... opera singer, which is why it's called Diva, because, you know, that's what opera singers were called. And it's just about, like, her rise into fame. I think this is also taking place during World War II. Oh my gosh. Hang on.
Isn't it funny how much we learn when we have to tell people what we're reading?
Oh my gosh. So she's dating she's dating an Onassis, which is who Jackie Kennedy ends up marrying after her husband is killed. So she's supposed to marry the Onassis man, but then he ends up marrying Jackie Kennedy. What? Okay, this is historical tea, and I'm here for it. I love anything to do. Also, this has to... Oh my gosh, she was friends with, like, Elizabeth Taylor. She performed for the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. This is, like... Okay, I'm excited for this. Let's go.
I'm so glad you know what you're doing.
I know now.
I don't.
It just took me a minute.
Okay.
I mean, I was just reading it because it was written by her.
Yeah,
but now I actually want to read it.
Aesthetic. Yeah. Okay, next up. I'm not really gonna spend any time talking about this. I talked
like
about it in like our last 3 videos. Yeah, just because I don't know, like I want to read it.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the concept, but new authors, I'm just always a little like I'll stick where I'm comfortable. But the tagline kills me. What if the person you need the most is someone you've never met? I would say about 9 times out of 10 that's the case. But slay. Glad it's also that for you. So, we'll see. The back is also cringy. I just need to stop reading this.
Okay, stop.
But it has waffles and it's so cute,
Yeah,
right?
it is cute.
Waffles are so cute.
Okay, this is a carryover from the month of February. I'm not going to talk about this too much because I talked about it in my February TBR, but it's basically just a man and a woman that live in the same house. They're like roommates, but they have opposite schedules, and the man thinks that the woman is like an elderly woman for some reason, but then they end up leaving notes for each other because they're just always like ships passing in the night. And then, like, it kind of forms, like, a you've got mail situation. So, I don't know. I think it's going to be really cute. I just need to, like, you know, just dig my heels down and go for it.
Just do it.
Just do it. And it's set in the Midwest, so that's cute. That's cute for me.
Okay, my last 2 are sequels. First up, we have Clockwork Prins by Cassandra Clare. This is a part of the Infernal Devices series, if you didn't know. The first one, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't, like, absolutely obsessed with. I don't know if it's, like, when I was reading it, but I don't know. I just didn't love everyone except Will because I think he's so funny, and I honestly really like rude people in books, I find, because I'm just like, yes, externalize those internal thoughts. You go. 0 consequences for you. That's so great. I wish I could do that. So, I just find him extremely entertaining, and really, he's why I'm reading this book. I know people are, like, in love with him, but I'm just like, you're so funny. That's it. And I relate to you. I just relate to you, and that's that. So, yeah. I think the other guy is a little annoying. What's his name? If he's not even on the back, then he can't be that important.
Sure.
Oh my gosh, who are you?
Wait, Magnus Bane is in that?
Yeah.
Jim. Is Jim a
Why
boy?
did I think it is?
Right
Why
there.
did I think that was a girl, though? And I just read this, like, a few months ago. Anyways, I think he's a little annoying. Some guys, like, some puppy guys, I'm just like, you're too much. Stop being such a suck-up. Like, do you even like her? Or is she, like, the chosen one? And you've always been, like, the underdog. I don't know. I get too serious about it in my head. Anyways.
Okay. This is my last pick. I just missed, but this is a February book of the month pick. It's called Heartless Hunter. I don't know a whole lot about this other than it's a witch who is being hunted by a witch hunter, but the witch is like trying to, she's almost like a vigilante, and she's trying, she don't dress for women. Anyways, she's trying to like help the other witches who are being hunted, like escape from being persecuted or whatever. But one thing that, like, really icks me about this book, and I haven't even read it, and you're gonna agree with me, I think. The girl's name is Rune. And I just think of Gilmore Girls. And
what's a Rune?
Jackson's cousin, right? It's
yes.
a cousin named Rune. And I'm like...
And Lorelai literally says, what's a Rune?
Yeah, what's a Rune? And now I just feel like that's what I'm going to think of. I'm going to think of Jackson's cousin
Maybe
when I'm reading
like,
about this
give her
girl
a nickname,
named Rune.
like, oh, Rue.
Maybe I'll call her Rooney. Rune. I don't know.
See, that's Liv and Maddie's last name is Rooney.
Also,
so that's what I would
what's
think of.
really crazy about this book, it looks really big, but it's right under 400 pages. But look at how large... I don't know if you could... Like, look how big the font is for the chapter heading. But, like, the font is pretty large. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So...
I feel like that's, like, normal.
So that's, like, this... That's pretty big. It's like a 14 at
You
least.
could just pronounce her name Rooney. I mean, I
think
guess,
I will.
With an E on the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I have heard good things about this.
I'm sure it'll be great.
It looks to be vibey. The moss and all, but...
A little alliteration never hurt anybody either.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one more. That is Map of the Other Lens, which is the sequel to Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. And if you don't know what that's about, it's about Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies.
Basically.
And we have a secret identity trope for about 2 chapters. But I love it anyways. So yeah, we just follow Emily and Wendell.
I love Wendell Brambleby.
Bambleby. There's no R.
What a name.
What a lad.
Yeah, he is.
He's, again, with these entertaining men.
Yeah.
They're just so funny and they don't care. And I'm like, stop pretending to be annoyed with him. You know you like it. Like, stop lying. You don't need to be a pick-me. He already picked you.
Yeah.
Anyways, the covers are beautiful. I kept putting these off, like, hoping we get, like, a snowstorm. Because it takes place in, like, the mountains and winter and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And, I just have melted snow falling from the sky 24/7.
Yep.
So. But it's
All
okay.
day,
It's still
every day.
cold, so I guess it's the vibes. But yeah. Those are, I think I have 9.
Okay, well, what one are you most excited to read?
Honestly,
Because I said which one I was, so...
I'm probably most excited to read Shatter Me just because
Oh.
I'm most intrigued. Like, does everyone love this because of the, like, the time period it was written in? Like, you're like, oh, this is so funny.
Or
so
it's like-
dystopian. Or
it's
is it,
so,
like,
like,
good? You know?
State of the art, like,
Yeah,
no
what
one's
is
ever
the-
done it before.
Maybe, no, not even at the time because Hunger Games was always
Yeah.
first, but I don't know. I'm just most intrigued
That's fair.
by that. Then probably the antique book, just because, what a concept.
It's
It's
different.
so British, like
like
really. Just a BBC show, I can see it already.
Yep.
So yeah.
Emmalynn does love the Great British Bake Off.
I
so
do.
if you have any books suggestions that give those
You're
vibes,
so right.
that would be right up her
Maybe
alley.
like a poisonous pastry or something instead though.
Okay, well, we will see you in our next video, and when we do our March wrap up, we'll see how many of these we actually read. So,
I'm scared.
I'm excited. See you next time. Bye-bye.